Something you should know before you go out and buy a new hydration pack is just the basics of them. Now, in 2005, I bought my first hydration pack. So here is a discontinued JanSport Nalgene 1.5 liter bladder hydration pack. It's been great. I took this thing down to the Grand Canyon and back up, thankfully, and I drained it with the amount of water I drank on the way down, refilled it, and had enough water to make it all the way back up. It also has enough room for a bicycle helmet in this outer pack. It has a line out here if I want to listen to headphones, and has enough storage for things like snacks, and make a whole day of it. The big downside of it is this part right here. There is no ventilation for your back. When you put this thing on, it's like a blanket. So you take it off, you have a sweat spot that's the exact same shape as the backpack here, and that's been a downside to this. Plus, with bladders, they're really hard to refill. If you're biking and you get empty, you need to refill it. It's really hard to take a hydration pack into the bathroom or up to the soda fountain and refill it with water. That thing's awkward, it's heavy, and nobody wants to see you do that. We did upgrade before going to the Grand Canyon. My wife wore this, and it does have some nice ventilation so that your back just doesn't turn into a giant sweat pack, but it doesn't have as much of a big bladder. It also doesn't have room for a helmet, but it does have little pockets for your first aid kit, your snacks, everything else that you would want in it. Now, something for cycling that I've come across is the Lab Austere fanny pack. It has enough room for 2 water bottles, plus enough room for your wallet, your ID, some zippered pockets in the front if you wanted to have little gel packs that go in with it. Plus, it's a lot easier to take a water bottle into the gas station to refill it than it is a 1.5 liter bladder. People recognize what you're doing, and they don't question your motives. The reason that I have used this on the last couple of bike rides that I recorded was because it's a lot cooler. When this is on my lower back, it breathes pretty well. It's about the same material as this, but the size is so much smaller that it's not just going to cover me like a blanket. It's just going to rest on my hips, and it's going to stay there, and it's comfortable. What this can replace for a lot of people is under the saddle water bottle mounts. So that'll usually hold 2, and you see a lot of triathletes use those that go under the saddle, so then if you have your 2 water bottles there, you don't have a bag for your stuff. So this replaces 2 of those things and leaves your under saddle area for whatever you want. So this holds the 2, it holds all your stuff, and then you don't have to unpack it, hold it in your hand like a peasant, and then go in to get what you want and then come back out. You have all of that right here, just like you have in a purse, or just like you have in a backpack, or just like you have in this fanny pack. If you are on the search for a new hydration pack, you've got your options. This holds enough to go basically all day. Plus, if you do wear it on your bike, you could have a water bottle or 2 in this outer pouch. Then when you get off, you take the water bottles out to refill your bladder, and then put your helmet in here. You have your lunch, you have everything you need, plus you have your under the saddle bag for those emergency kits for your tubes and things like that. The other option is slightly smaller, still has pretty much enough to take you all day for the amount of water that you can fit in here. Hold your phone, hold maybe your little emergency supply kit. This is a little bit more ventilation on the back. The last thing is the fanny pack, which is not really used for running. This is mostly a hike, bike type of endeavor that you're going to go on with this. But so far, if I had to choose between riding 40 miles with this right now and riding 40 miles with this right now, I'd probably go with this. 40 miles isn't going to be, unless it's a really hot day, it's not going to be an empty your soul type of a ride. So this will hold just enough energy, hold enough nutrition, plus if you're taking a credit card with you or some cash with you, you can stop and refill anytime you really want. So if you want to give this a try, there's a link in the description below for the Lab Austere fanny pack. They also have a few other cycling products that you might want to try. And if you have had even better experience with the Camelback or the JanSport bags than I have, let me know in the comments below. Thank you for checking out this review. This is Nathan from Treadmill TV.